Okay, so I'm here to explain what happens when the moon goes into the eighth house in our birth chart. What is the moon? The moon represents our mind, our emotions. It represents, how we just think and react to things and just express ourselves emotionally. It represents our mother in the birth chart, and that's essentially pretty much it. What is the eighth house? The eighth house represents death, sex, hidden affairs, your spouse, and your spouse's family, your spouse wealth, and your in-laws wealth. It can represent secrets and hidden affairs and stuff. It represents the occult, taboo, hidden things that are not seen beneath the surface, things that are not normally accepted by society. It can represent inheritances because you can inherit things after death. So when the moon goes here, this is a bit of a stressful position for the moon to be in, similar to moon being in the sixth house. When the moon goes here, moon the mind of the moon can possibly deal with, a lot of fluctuations, a lot of ups and downs. Because you see, since this house deals with death and endings, especially sudden endings, those are unpredictable. Sometimes you don't know when you're about to get fired or laid off. You don't know when you're going to die, or when somebody close to you is going to die, because this house is associated with death. Death is unpredictable. Getting fired sometimes can be unpredictable. So this is an unpredictable house. Sex sometimes can be unpredictable. You go out on a date, you might not expect to get some on that first encounter or whatever. So sex can be unpredictable. A lot of things in this house is unpredictable. So there's a lot of ups and downs that tend to be associated with this house, and now it is affecting the moon. This house deals with secrets and just hidden things beneath the surface. Because this is a house of taboo and occult, like astrology, Reiki healing, and tarot. Those are things that are not normally accepted by society in the world. So these are things that tend to be kept hidden, especially from like our family and stuff. So here, the moon, the mind, they can be drawn to the occult. They can be drawn to spirituality and all that. These people could tend to, keep their identity a secret. The way they feel can be a secret, They can just be mysterious. These people who have moon in the eighth house, because they are keeping their self, their internal thinking, their emotions are now becoming hidden. Because the moon represents the mother also, we see that the mother could tend to keep secrets from you. She could be hiding things from you. And there could be possibly lots of ups and downs with the mother also. I think that's just about it. As much as I want to stretch this out, there really isn't too much to stretch out, The mind can become very intuitive in this house, possibly. Since this is a house that is also associated with sex, The mind can feel balanced and at ease. And maybe feels so he can escape through its troubles and stresses, through bed pleasures, through sex. The moon here can sort of depend, especially if it's in like a water sign. The mind can become very intuitive, and they can become probably really good at learning and uncovering the secrets of their spouse or of those around them. Maybe people just might confide in these people to tell the 8th house moon person their secrets. Because the moon is motherly. And they might confide in you to tell your secrets. To tell them they will tell you their secrets. Now, depending on the sign that the moon is in, If it's receiving a lot of aspects from either benefic or malefic planets, the person might keep the secrets that's being told to them a secret. Or they might go and, tell the secrets to other people. Or they'll get irritated and use those secrets and knowledge that was told to them against the other person. But you'll mainly see this if, the moon is in, Aries or Scorpio, potentially, the person, the 8th house moon person, they might potentially be, I don't know, they could possibly experience lots and ups and downs with the spouse's family, because this is the house of the spouse and your in-laws. So you might either experience a lot of turbulences with the in-laws and stuff, or you might find or the mind might escape and find peace and stability when it is dealing with the families, with your spouse's family and in-laws. But I lean more so towards the mind can feel probably stressed out dealing with the in-laws and family and stuff. These things can change, of course, like I said, depending on the sign that the moon is in and what is aspecting the moon. Because, the moon is like a chameleon. It's a blank canvas. It's a blank white sheet of paper, It can easily become stained. It can easily become blemished. And the quality of it can easily change and go from one positive extreme to a negative extreme. So what I'm giving you is just something very generic. So yeah, just to wrap this up, to just do a quick little recap. Ups and downs with the relationship with the mother. The mother could keep secrets from you. You could very much well keep secrets from your family, because opposite of the 8th house is the 2nd house, and your moon, your mind, your emotions is in this secretive 8th house of hidden affairs and hidden affairs and secrets. So you can keep who you are a secret from your family. You can keep your relationship and maybe your hidden affairs with people, especially your family, a secret. Depending if maybe Jupiter is aspecting your moon, or if your moon is like this water sign, you can become very intuitive and maybe just become just naturally intuitive and aware of this other plane, this other world, this other existence outside of our 5 senses. You could just naturally become aware and just intuitively aware of who fucks with you, who's your friend and who's not your friend. Because this is a house of enemies, but it's like secret hidden enemies, sort of like the 12th. It's hidden enemies. And if your moon has, the aspects in the sign, and if it's in the sign that can make the moon sort of intuitive, then you might just become naturally intuitively aware of your enemies. You might not be aware of it. You might not have the proof to prove, why don't I feel like I can trust this person? Why does this person just feel shady? You might not have the proof, but it might reveal itself later on, that's why I felt that way. So those are some of the things that you can see here when moon goes into the 8th house in someone's birth chart. And I hope it gave you some clarity, insight on what happens when moon goes to the 8th house. And thank you for watching this video.